Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm Scott. Welcome to SJ's Lottery Models. That's a lot of welcoming. Updates on the Mysterion. The front suspension is finally assembled. It took 2 kits and a lot of fiddly parts and a lot of Gorilla Glue, but the front suspension is together. Had to go into my second Mysterion kit because I had parts break-in and overglued and overfiled and just overworked. Did things out of order a little bit. Tried to get these, sorry, gotta stay in focus, these frame pieces lined up, and they're very fiddly, and so I fought several hours with those until the first kit that I was working on, the pieces were just too gooey and too far gone with coming apart and going back together to do anything. So I got the second Mysterion kit out and started working with it. Well, during the construction of the first Mysterion kit, let's see, get a pointer here. All right.
Use the beating all.
I don't have it. Oh, yes, I do. There it is. My wife loaned me this beating awl. Okay. So this yellow piece here, it broke on the first kit. And then during the assembly of this one, this piece broke again, pretty much the same place. Thankfully, I was able to glue it together. Hopefully it doesn't come apart again. The instructions call for you to assemble the frame first and then assemble this front suspension. You assemble the frame. According to the instructions, you assemble the frame. Then you assemble these spring holders on the top. Then you assemble the front suspension and you attach this at this point, and you put the spring pockets in on the bottom, you put the springs in, then you're supposed to line everything up. That's not quite the way it worked for me on the first kit. So on this kit, what I did was build the frame. I built these spring pockets for the front suspension. I fitted the springs in with a little bit of whittling down of the plastic. Then I made sure that these spring holders could hold it in place. But before I glued them in place, I glued these horizontal shocks in place. Then I glued these in place, the springs, the spring pockets, and messed around with this fiddly tie rod. It has one attachment point here, an attachment point on the bottom on either side here and here. Now we moved on to the radius rods. They were even worse. I had to widen the holes here and here so they fit inside, and to waller out here and clip off the post on the radius rod just so it fit. As you can see, this one, oops, sorry guys, this one is not as flush as that one. So we're working on it. But we got it all together and we're ready to move on to the rear suspension. And hopefully we can mount the rear suspension and spray everything in chrome to move on to the next step, whatever that is. Here, let's look at the instructions. Rear suspension, wheels and tires, we already did that. Oh, we get to mount in the engines. Yay! And then we'll move on to interior. And we're going to shoot the body and hopefully assemble it. I hope to have this done soon because I'd like to move on to the next build. Just so you know, I have been using this Gorilla Super Glue, the Insta-Set, to make it set quicker. And I was using this micro liquid tape. I used it exclusively on this Galaxy Limited chassis, which I'm mocking up for a future build that probably will not be a part of the lottery system. But I'll fill you in on that in a later video. I tried to use the micro liquid tape on Mysterion. It wasn't so great. It was part of the gooey, sticky braking parts. But we're moving past that. We're moving on. The rear suspension hopefully will come together tomorrow, and hopefully I can get it mounted in this thing and we can move on to the other steps. Special thank you to my wife for loaning me this cell phone holder so I could actually hold it upright to mount those fiddly little radius rods in. Also, to help keep the frame straight, I bought this frame table from Maker's Mark a while back. It has some very strong magnets. It's good for aligning frames, making sure your wheels are straight, that kind of thing. So I recommend getting one. Don't ask me how much it cost. It was a while back that I bought it, but I did buy it at Maker's Mark. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, comment. We appreciate you guys. So thanks for coming along on the ride with SJ's Lottery Models. Bye now.